Alright guys, this is Adam here with Turtle Guard Tournaments, and I am here to teach you about Double Impact, a tag team tournament. Now you might be thinking to yourself, how exactly does this work? How do two people face off against two other people? Well, I'm here to show you just that, and it's not as crazy or as complicated as you might think. So let's get started. First, the time limits. Adult matches are 10 minutes long. Youth matches are 6 minutes long. Adult matches have a 2-minute swap clock, which I'll explain in a little bit. Youth matches have a 90-second swap clock. In the event of a tie, all matches go into a 2-minute overtime round. So when the match starts, you have two competitors who are fighting first. In the corners are their teammates, holding on to a turnbuckle rope. The teammate in the corner must always be connected to this rope. When the match starts, it's very much like a normal submission-only jiu-jitsu match. The two competitors on the mat can focus on the business of doing jiu-jitsu and trying to tap each other out. Now where it gets interesting is when the teammates get tagged in. There are 3 ways teammates can get tagged in. First, the swap clock. During the match, there is a second shorter timer counting down. This is the swap clock. When the swap clock goes off, both active competitors immediately stop what they're doing and have to switch out with their teammates. Their teammates take the center on opposite ends and start fresh from standing. The swap clock then gets reset. At no point during this switch does the round timer stop. The second way for teammates to get tagged in is a submission. If at any point a submission finish takes place during the match, both active competitors immediately stop what they're doing and have to switch out with their teammates. Their teammates take the center on opposite ends and start fresh from standing. The swap clock then gets reset, and 1 point goes to the team that just got a submission finish. At no point during this switch does the round timer stop. And the third way for a teammate to get tagged in is to actually tag your teammate. This is the most fun and interesting way to switch out. At any point during the match, if a competitor manages to get to his or her corner and tags their teammate, both active competitors immediately stop what they're doing and only the tagged teammates switch out with each other. The competitors then take the center on opposite ends and start fresh from standing. The swap clock then gets reset, and at no point during this switch does the round timer stop. Just to be clear, tagging your teammate stops the action immediately and allows you to switch out with your partner, even if you're right in the middle of a submission. So for instance, if you're caught right smack in the middle of a super tight triangle choke and you can actually manage to drag yourself to your corner and your corner tags you, that's it. The action stops immediately and they have to release the triangle. At the end of the match, when the time runs out, the team that has the most submissions wins. If the score is tied, then we go into a 2-minute overtime round. The active competitors then switch out with their teammates take the center on opposite ends and start fresh from standing. There is no swap clock in overtime. Tagging your teammate is allowed in overtime. There are 2 paths to victory in overtime. The first path is through scoring. If one competitor manages to score on another, that person is eliminated. They then switch out with their teammates, who take the center on opposite ends and start fresh from standing. If the last remaining teammate also gets scored on, then he is also eliminated and the match is over. However, if the last remaining teammate manages to score on the other competitor, then it's not over yet. The final 2 competitors face off in the center and the first to score wins. The second path to victory is through submission. Submissions trump all scoring. If at any time during the overtime round a submission finish takes place, the match is over and the winning team is declared. If the overtime round ends and it's still tied up, then 60-second sudden death rounds will be added until a winner has been declared through either first to score or submission. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is the tag team tournament explained. What's great about the rule set, especially for kids, if the concept of getting up and tagging your teammate at the most strategic time is a little bit too difficult for you to pay attention to or think about during the match, then you can simply just go out there and treat it like a regular jiu-jitsu match and fight your fight. The swap clock will ensure that both teammates fight. Getting submissions will ensure that both teammates fight. But if you happen to see how tagging your teammate at the right time can be beneficial and change the game in your favor, then by all means, tag away. It's just going to make the match even more fun and exciting. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I hope this video has answered all of your questions, but if you happen to have any more, feel free to reach out to me. Until then, train hard, and we'll see you at the upcoming tag team tournament.